Dragi prieteni, sunt Valeria Barba, să vă salut la Nova Ars dintr-un spațiu mai non-conformist din la Galeria Țol, o galerie recent apărută relativ, în care au loc reprezentări ale artei contemporane, iar acum suntem în preajma vernisării unei expoziții la care s-a muncit practic 2 luni pe tema dezinformării și propagandei, inclusiv informaționale. 3 colective de artiști din Republica Moldova, Germania și Ucraina au timp de 2 luni au dezvoltat propriile proiecte care astăzi vor fi prezentate. Titlul expoziției se numește Egg, Nut, Scream and Horus, o denumire sugestivă despre care ne va vorbi Xenia Malech, curatoare. Dobro večera. Good evening. Let's start about this puzzle of words. What does it mean, and the idea of the project itself, of approaching such long-rooted themes as disinformation and propaganda.
As we now live in very tough times and conditions where all we understand that full-scale invasion is something that getting risk to all over the world, not only to Ukraine, and now we are in Moldova and you are as our neighbors, we feel a huge support and understanding between each other. Because you also experienced this effect of propaganda and also effects on informational war. So now everything becomes even more political, and art always was and now even more important and also political. And that's why now we initiated with Vice, German NGO that empowering activists that empowering Ukraine, to create this project. First we showcase it in Moldova, and then next show will be in Berlin in December.
How to seek truth and justice through all this period of time, and through the works that were produced, because you know better on what artists were working and what is supposed to be today showing.
Yeah, it was an open call for artists who really works with this informational waves and informational field, and of course they deal with propaganda, and that's why we made an open call, and then we selected artists, and then we made a curatorial and artistic fellowship, research fellowship for 3 months, where artists can work deeper on their research. We've got to them curatorial support and other ones, and everyone is very supportive here. So, and now we can see like this show is like very good and powerful result of this research, and we understand that art is really a language where we can really see, we can see this image of how propaganda influence our lives.
Yes, indeed, you mentioned about the informational war, that maybe it's more dangerous than another one. This is a new wave, new war that we are confronting. Maybe this is not the recent recent phenomenon with this. I was thinking that when this war actually started, because the informational war started really maybe in the century when maybe television appeared, or even more ancient roots. And if we are talking about audiovisual representation, today we have a lot of artists that are working with audiovisual. And if you can present the artists that we perform today, for example, I see that the next performance we will have a really interesting performance at the opening. So we invite the viewers to explore with us the exhibition space.
Dedicated to Ukrainian political history and about collective memory. We have this president, Viktor Yanukovych. It was like pro-Russian president, and when he had his pre-election campaign, somebody threw an egg to him in Ivano-Frankivsk 20 years ago. It was in 2004, and it was very fatal. He fought because maybe he was thinking that somebody shot him, I don't know. But then people realized, and they showed on the asphalt that it was an egg. And this story is beginning with this egg, and this is about circles, about magical thinking in times of historical tensions. So, and that's why you will see, maybe you will see something familiar, some magical rituals which is connected with eggs. We hope that you also have this tradition, and you will understand that, because we really had it very popular in the 90s.
This is a project between Ukraine, Moldova and Germany, which is focused on going against propaganda which is so grown in today's world. And I'm super happy and super proud that together with our partners here in Moldova, Arte Asia, we are able to organize this exhibition and welcome amazing artists to share their point of view on this complicated and very important topic. And this is one of our artists, Anna Potemkina. Can you please tell me about your work?
Me and also Olesya Sayenko, my partner in crime, we made this work, which is still in progress, we have to say that. It's called Circles on Water and Underwater Stones. And it's basically a work about our thoughts about politics and magic. Our investigation of this combination of these two things, and also about circles and collective memory, forgotten memory. And we started our research from one reenactment of something that happened in 2004. It was an accident when our former pro-Russian president Viktor Yanukovych, he was in one of the cities in Ukraine, and somebody threw the egg on him, and Yanukovych thought that he's been shot, so he takes his heart and falls like he's dead. And of course it became a big meme. But for us it's a nice image of fatalism or fatality, which we sometimes feel today, like a feeling that everything is going to the apocalypse. But we were thinking, what else can we put in front of this feeling of fatality? And sometimes it can be magic. Magic as a tool for bringing the feeling of control, or maybe it's a tool for actually self-help. it's still a question for us. So we started to shot some other things, like also with the egg. There is a magical practice which was famous in 90s and also the beginning of 2000. It was the rolling with the egg on the body, and it helped for healing from the fear. And then we also thought about the dance, which is called arcan, and I know also in Moldova and Romania there is some similar dance which is called lasso. And this is a dance basically which was used for initiation of young men, young guys. And if one of them would fell from the circle, then the next year they will try again. And this time we are shooting how they are training. It's like very young men who will probably next year they will be gone abroad because their parents maybe don't want them to be in the army, or maybe some of them will be actually in the army. So there is a big lack right now of young guys who are attending the classes of traditional dances, and by seeing their movements and their faces, we can tell a lot about their reaction on this tradition, which have some mixed feelings. And we also have some more videos here, which is hard to tell about in few words, so maybe I will leave them as just a proposition to go through them by your own.
So please do not be lost in this labyrinth, because here is one video and there is a very welcoming entrance to another two. And third is there, and fourth, the smallest but very important, is there on the wall. I will also tell about those works here. I think it will be easier. So there we will see three works. The smallest one is from artistic duo Fantastic Little Splash from Ukraine, from Dnipro. And this is a special device which collects non-real human comments in social media. So these bots, these bots who make comments, and all these comments were to Ukrainians and about Ukrainians. So they, with a special soft, this artistic duo, they selected and analyzed and selected it, gathered it all together on this device, and you can push the button there and to hear something really essential, like essence of bots commenting Ukrainian. Another work you will see this museum of old TV sets, and there are also some museum and archival visual information. You will see a lot of work that Valeria Barbas made through this visual research, archival research. You will see there a lot of TV programs in Moldova, in DDR and GDR, and also in Ukrainian television and in Soviet television, which is connected with time. This clock. This clock is like very popular image of like everyone should be on the one wave. And this wave, of course, in Soviet times was Moscow, like Moscow time for everyone. It was like a moment when everyone should feel themselves, united, happy, or something. And you will see there also about happiness. You will see a lot of political kisses there. And this is now it looks very creepy, but some years ago it was something normal, like a ritual, political ritual. And there also you will see a big video with nuts. It's something really dedicated to. It's a very site-specific video. And this nuts is about manipulation. So when you see it all together, you will see this connection between kisses, time, and manipulation. And also today, we will have a special live performance of Catenation, German duo, who will turn all these informational streams, informational waves, and propaganda into live, very much disturbing audio performance. So we are very lucky having them here today. So please dive into artworks, and I think in 10 minutes we will start this live performance. It will be very loud, but please try to feel it.
So we are Catenation, Silvains, Jan Artemis. We do contemporary classical music, electronic music, and a lot of stuff. And in our project here, it's obviously about propaganda, and the name is Distorted Reality. And we have a sampler for the propaganda part. We have an instrument as the voice of reasoning. We have the modular and for disturbances. And we were inspired by all these things that happens, and we kept changing the music until the last moment, because all the time things happen, and all the time is a new situation. And a few days ago it was a new situation, and this made us change the music over and over again. And now I don't want to spoil it, but it has become very angry at the end, because it's about something we believe in.
Yeah. And also because we think that our mixture from acoustic instruments and electronic synthesizers and modular synthesizers is a great way to expose and mix both disinformation and the art you can create from it in the best way. And maybe kill it that way.
Of Russia is totally connected. Ukraine is a part of Russia's historic sphere, rightfully bound to us. Ukraine is Russian territory, and we will take it back by any means necessary.
Today we are presenting our new project. The name of it InfoCry, the chorus machine. And this is a prototype of device which we are calling the chorus machine. Its name actually is InfoCry. And what does it doing? Here with this device we are trying to gather all the inauthentic authors' voices and give the opportunity to all the viewers to check all the propaganda narratives by themselves. In a sense, it works like a kind of a radio which gather all the inauthentic narratives. What I mean when I'm talking about the inauthentic narratives, we are gathering comments of some inauthentic actors, like so-called bots on social platforms comment sections about Ukrainian refugees in Moldova and Germany. And it's not like just one or two comments. This is a group of identical comments. We are gathering them with the artificial intelligence in the software, which names it's Osavul. It helps with these LLM-based models to gather all this textual data and group it And this is how you can find these identical comments in different comment sections and understand that all these comments, it's not actually some unauthentic comments, but some comments from inauthentic actors. In disinformation, like a kind of studies, it calls very often like coordinated inauthentic behavior, or a CIP. So we made this device to gather all those voices, and to go through all these voices, we just should go and push the button. And here we gather different types of these comments in Russian, because we gather them in Moldova, and very often this type of actors write this type of comments in Russian in some Moldavian sources, and some of them in German. So here people can go through that, go through this agenda of these inauthentic actors, and in this way maybe we are trying to in a way help different regular users to understand the agenda of these inauthentic actors and know exactly how they can be engaged in some inauthentic way. Our group is working with this topic for already, I think, 8 years. We have started in 2016, and one of the first topics for our projects was already about this militarized media content on television or radio or somewhere in media. So I think during all these years we just continue to work with this topic from different angles.
Mulțumesc pentru oportunitatea dezvoltării unei idei care urmărește dezinformarea și propaganda prin intermediul surselor de televiziune. În acest sens m-am gândit la două perspective în care s-ar putea să fie analizat acest fenomen din punct de vedere a sursei și a temporalității. Ca sursă fiind televiziunea și ca temporalitate, pornind de la anul în care s-a activat sursele televiziunii din URSS, ca fiind televiziunea centrală și practic une ca sursă de informare. Ulterior, sigur că ea avea satelite televiziune în fiecare din republicile socialiste și felul în care aceasta a evoluat, discursurile și narativele le puteți urmări în această instalație sub denumirea de Time, Nuts and Kisses, timp, nuci și săruturi. Mergând de la ideea inclusiv a influențării și a impactului care o poate realiza televiziunea, mai ales în contextul actual al războiului informațional, când aceasta devine chiar un pericol și cu atât mai mult vedem cum audiovizualul și sursele audiovizuale acționează din punct de vedere al formării gândirii, perceperii și mentalității. Pe de altă parte, mai avem așa un video metaforic la care m-am gândit eu că se conectează cu temporalitatea din diferite țări. Sunt prezentate videouri din Germania, televiziunea germană, din ambele părți a Germaniei comuniste și democratice, programul Timpul, Vremea în Rusia, programele informaționale din RASSM, Republica Moldova și din Ucraina. La aceasta se adaugă așa o metaforă a unui ritual, hai să zicem, de curățire a nucilor, de scobire a nucilor din interior. Alte intertextualități le veți urmări pe parcurs.
Cred că tema propagandei este una super importantă pentru Republica Moldova în contextul în care noi suntem un fel de sandwich între est și vest. Și atunci am văzut ultima perioadă ce putere are propaganda în a schimba în general mentalități, atitudini și situații politice în țară. Da, care să ducă la diviziune, care să facă oamenii să se urască între ei, diviziunea asta socială, și atunci arta este unul din instrumentele care are capacitatea de a pune acest subiect în vizor și de a-l da oamenilor într-un alt mod în care să-i facă să conștientizeze puterea propagandei și modul în care noi putem să depășim acest lucru, să creăm spații de dialog, să creăm spații în care această coeziune socială ne face mai puternici și ne face să avem un orizont de așteptare comun. Da? Și am depus toate eforturile ca această expoziție să fie posibil la Chișinău, pentru că ea va fi prezentată și la Berlin și inclusiv a fost important pentru noi să avem un dialog internațional, da? Să punem artiștii în dialog, să discute despre aceste subiecte din diferite perspective.